Hi, it's Barbara. Let's work on the second layout for Love Notes. I hope you're going to like it. I think this whole kit has been fabulous. Make sure you look for my layout 1 and layout 3 videos too. Okay, first thing we want to do is get some prep done, and we've got quite a bit of prep for this. You're going to need your candy apple, peach inks, and you're going to need your archival black or intense black or regular black ink. And we're going to start by creating a little border here, and you're going to use 4 different stamp sets: the berry, the sweet, the Be Mine, and the Love Notes. And what I did was I started with the berry, and I used that in the peach ink, and then did the sweet in the candy apple, and then the Be Mine in the peach, and then the Love Notes in the candy apple. So every other one. And then when I got to the end, you're going to see it here, I put the other border up there so that I could just continue the word, because there was one more word that could fit in there, and I wanted it to look like it was going across both pages. So I took that Love Notes and put it, a little bit of it on the left-hand border and a little bit on the right-hand border, so that it just kind of goes right across the pages there. And then just continued on with all of the words, just going berry, sweet, Be Mine, Love Notes, berry, sweet, Be Mine, Love Notes, all the way across. And it actually ended up in the end, I didn't have any extra space after the word sweet. So that worked kind of perfectly. All right, put those away. Let's see what else we've got here. Our archival blacks. You're going to take the little journaling block that you cut out, the scalloped one, and we're going to do that in black of your choice. And I didn't like the way I did it on one side, so you're going to see we always have 2 sides. So flip that over, and now actually the lady who's going to get this, because it's her photos on it, I believe it's Kathy Cito, will have actually 2 sides to journal on if she wants to. And I thought I would do something a little bit different with these, and I just cut 2 bottom corners just to make them look a little bit different. One of the things you could do is just cut one corner, so then they would look like they're actually flush with each other on the pages, but I did both corners. I just thought it was a cool look, something to add a little movement and interest to the page. Now let's put together these envelopes you cut out on your die cutting machine. Do the sides first. Use a bone folder to crease those, and that'll make them stay down a little bit better. And then just use some liquid glue just on the bottom parts of those inside ones. And then I just set a little block down on to hold them. And same with the second one. Now the second one is going to actually be closed all the way. There's not going to be anything in it unless you want to put some secret message. So I was able to, once I put the glue down, I just used regular tape to close the whole thing. Tape runner. And then we can put, there's little button stickers on there. I use the beige one first, or the shortbread one if you want to call it. Poke those holes out so it does look like a button. And then on the second one, I think I used the darker red, the scarlet. But whatever one you want to use there, whatever's left. Poke those holes out. And you put that down a little bit lower. You don't want it to stick to your journaling. And clean up my little glue there. And then what else? We got one more thing, I think. Nope, we're done. Now, it's going to go really fast because there's not much to do, and everything lines up against the zip strip. So make sure you get the zip strip on right. And I'm using my Versamat to help me line up my ruler here. I tacked the scarlet paper down with just the tiniest bit of adhesive in the center of it, just to hold it to the Versamat. And I made sure everything was even on all the sides there so that I could just put my ruler at the 2.5 mark on the Versamat and draw that, glue that zip strip right straight across. And then everything else goes flush with it. So I put the little floral piece down here that we did the corners on. And next up is going to be the strip that we stamped on. And you're going to see on page 2 that I actually put the floral piece on the wrong side. So I'm warning you now that I put it on the wrong side. We want them both to be on the inner side to the inside of your album, right? So the ones on the left page need to go to the right. One on the right page need to go to the left. So make sure you don't make that mistake. You'll see me fix it at the end, but I don't want you to make that mistake. So make sure that you're going to put your floral paper on the inside of both pages. All right, so that was really easy. Just put all those together like that. And I'm just doing a little bit of trimming because my one strip was a little bit long, sticking it back down. And now it's time for the photo. And thank you, Kathy Cito, for sending these photos. They're adorable. And looks like they were making some big giant Valentine's cards, which is really sweet. So I'm putting that about 3/4 of an inch in. She doesn't, the person who wrote these directions did not specify. So I just kind of did an estimate about 1/4 inch down from the Valentine paper there, the pink one. And then 3/4 of an inch in from the side. And then this piece, I just did about 1/4 inch or maybe even a little bit less from the bottom of that paper with all the white paper with the writing on it. And then did about 1/4 inch away from the photo. But I didn't particularly like the way that she lined up her items over on this side. I felt like everything was straight up and down and nothing touched each other. And so I started, you can kind of see me trying to decide what I'm going to do with this to add a little movement to that page because it makes it kind of stagnant when you do that. Everything was very, very straight on there. And that's fine for your photos, but not so fine for your embellishments. So I'm going to pop this up to add just a little bit of interest just by popping it up alone. And then when it comes to the love notes, instead of just putting it off by itself like she did on this, I decided to overlap it. That automatically will make your eye draw across the page a little bit. So I'm actually letting it overlap. So you need to put some foam tape on the top and the left-hand side, but let the right lower side just stick right to that airmail sticker. And that just adds so much more movement there. And then I didn't want the hearts to all be straight across. So I just picked some and I still use the same number of hearts, but I just kind of put some kind of going the same shape as that circle around the edge of it to, again, draw your eye over. And then there was she even had the little paper airplane straight on the bottom. And so I thought I'm going to make that point towards the photo a little bit. And I popped that up on some foam tape too. And just have it kind of leading your eye towards that photo. So take a look and see what you think, how she had it and how I have it, and see if you could kind of see where it lends a little more movement. And now I'm putting the left page up to the right page just so I can kind of see where I put that zip strip before. I'm kind of seeing if I did it exactly at that 2.5 mark, and it really was just a touch below it. I can tell by matching it up with the first page. So I went just a little bit below it. And it was correct because now that I look at the pages next to each other, they are exactly straight across on that zip strip. And then put down your stamped strip there. Isn't that adorable? That just makes it so much more special. And everything else just goes flush. And so it's so easy. Put that white paper down. Always make sure that the sides are matching with the edges of your scarlet paper there. And you're going to know that you're still on the straight and narrow. And I did flip that over because I noticed that the teddy bears were kind of turned one way on that. So now here's where I made my mistake. That's the mistake. That needs to go over on the left-hand side, not the right-hand side. I'm going to have to rip that all off at the end. So you go put that on that left-hand side. Don't make the same mistake as me. All right, let's see. How did I not notice that as I was doing it? I guess it was because I put it on the right-hand side for the first page. but it really does go on the left. So now you're going to do basically the same as you did for the first page. You're going to go 3/4 of an inch in from the left-hand side, about a 1/4 inch down from that cute little Valentine paper. And then this one goes a little bit further down there, all the way down to just above the B mine, about a 1/4 inch above it. Then I'm adding in the open envelope and sticking that cute journaling box in. Now they've got a little bit smaller heart than I'm putting on there, but that's what I had left on my stickers. So I'm using a little bit bigger heart. And then I was trying to think, where am I going to put this little heart? Because they put it right on it. And so I went ahead and just did it. You know, it'll stay out. Now again, on these, I felt she had them both in a row, absolutely straight, and pointing towards the, pointing off the page. And if you look at your directions, you can see it. And to me, why would you direct eyes off the page? So I flipped them around and added some foam tape, and then just pointed them again down towards the picture. So the one on the left-hand page points towards a small picture, and the ones on the right-hand page point towards the big picture, or the small picture on that side. So I just think way better, adds more movement, more interest, put your eye where it's supposed to be. And I think this is all going to be it. I don't think I missed any more embellishments. So take a look at them together. Sorry, it's not big enough to put them all in at once. Thanks.